Hi students, good morning to one and all. Unit 2 Structural Organization in Plants Morphology. The chapter 5 Morphology of Flowering Plants. Already completed the root. That is how many types of root systems, what are the functions of root systems, what are the regions of the root tip, and modifications of root. Today we are going to discuss about the stem. Now dear students, what are the characteristic features that distinguish between the stem from a root? Dear students, the differences between the root and the stem. First one, the part of the plant body is present below the soil, that is called root. The part of the plant body is present above the soil, that is called stem. Okay, now next one here, the roots is always shows positive geotropism. The stem is always shows positive phototropism. So next one, the root is not having nodes, internodes, leaves and buds. The stem having nodes, internodes, leaves, flowers and fruits. So the main function of the root is absorption of water and mineral nutrients from the soil. The main function of the stem is spread out branches. They bear leaves, buds, flowers and fruits. So sometimes with conduct of water, mineral nutrients and photosynthetics. So these are the some differences between the root and the stem. But here in some of the plants, roots are modified specialized structures, so to perform new functions for suitable environment, that is storage of food materials, respiration, nitrogen fixation, photosynthesis. So these modifications are named as modifications of root or root modifications. So modifications of root are of 8 types. Already previous classes detailed discussed about the modifications of root. So today now discuss about the modifications of stem. Modifications of stem. So dear students, what is the meaning of modifications of stem? When a permanent change occurs in the structures of stems to perform a new functions for suitable environment. So the new functions, storage of food materials, vegetative propagation, giving mechanical support and production. So this type of modification are named as modifications of stem or stem modifications. Okay, now modifications of stems mainly 3 types. They are namely, first one underground stem modification, second one aerial stem modification, third one sub-aerial stem modification. What is the meaning of underground stem modification? Generally, the part of the plant body is present below the soil or But here the part of the plant body is present above the soil area, that is called stem. By means the stem is the ascending main axis of the part. The stem is the ascending part of the main axis. The stem is the ascending part of the main axis. It bears branches, leaves, flowers, fruits. That is the stem. Okay, now the part of the plant body is present above the soil or area, that is called stem. And so the stem is the ascending part of the main axis. It bears branches, leaves, buds, flowers and fruits. At the same time, the stem would be containing nodes and internodes. What is the meaning of nodes? The region of the stem. The region of the stem which containing nodes, while the portions between two nodes, that is called internodes. So these nodes and internodes only present in stem. Okay, now the stem bears nodes and internodes. The region of the stem which bears the leaves, buds, flowers, that is called nodes, while the portions between of the stem in two nodes, that is called internode. And the stem bears is also buds, that is named axillary bud and terminal bud or apical bud. Apical bud. So dear students, so in some of the plant stems grow into the soil, so intercalary to be always functions of aerial habitat. There is no change. Mainly functions of the stems are storage of food material, fecundation through unfavorable seasons and vegetative propagation. So that is called underground stem modification and is also known as multi-purpose stem modification. Okay, now once again, what is meant by underground stem modification or multi-purpose stem modification? In some plants, stems is always grows into the soil. So intercalary to the aerial habitat. So by the means of to be carried out to some functions, that is storage of food materials, vegetative propagation, fecundation through unfavorable seasons and protection. So this special type of functions are named as underground stem modifications and also known as multi-purpose stem modifications. So second one, aerial stem modification. So some plants which aerial stems, vegetative buds and reproductive buds of a plant, that is called aerial stem modifications. Okay, now aerial stem modifications. So which in the plants, the aerial stems, vegetative buds and reproductive buds of a plants, that is called aerial stem modifications. Third one, sub-aerial stem modifications. So dear students, so in some plants to be grown partially aerial and partially soil or underground for the vegetative propagation, that is called sub-aerial stem modifications. Okay, now so generally stems is always grows aerial or above the soil, but in some plants the stem remains partially aerial and partially underground. So it is for the vegetative propagation. This type of special modification are named as subaerial stem modification. Okay, now first discuss about the underground stem modification. Underground stem modifications or multi-purpose stem modifications are of four types. They are namely first one rhizome, second one comb, third one stem tuber, fourth one bulb. And second aerial stem modifications are of five types. They are namely first one stem tendrils, second one thorns, third one pillowclade, fourth one cladophylls or cladodes, fifth one bulbils. So next third sub-aerial stem modifications. They are of four types, namely first one runners, second one stolons, third one suckers, fourth one offsets. So dear students, now today we are going to discuss about the one type of stem modifications, that is underground stem modifications or multi-purpose stem modifications. So first one is a rhizome. So this is a rhizome. So dear students, rhizomes, given the examples for here, ginger, that is gingiber. So another examples are here, turmeric, that is curcuma. So these two examples for rhizome. Okay, no? Rhizome, given the examples for one is ginger, that is gingiber officinalis. Second one is here turmeric, that is curcuma longa. So dear students, this is a rhizome of gingiber or ginger. Rhizome of gingiber or ginger. So dear students, this is an underground stem. It always grows for the soil. It is a branch. It is a branch. This is a branch. So this rhizome containing nodes and internodes and also present in scale leaves, buds and also advances roots, is also help in vegetative propagation. Is also help in vegetative propagation. Once again, rhizome, the best examples for ginger, that is gingiber officinalis. So second one is here turmeric, that is curcuma longa. Curcuma longa. So this is a rhizome of gingiber or ginger. So dear students, it is an underground stem and it is a branch. It is a branch and is always grows horizontally for the soil. It is always grows horizontally for the soil. Growth is always horizontally for the soil. So this rhizome of gingiber containing nodes, internodes and scale leaves, at the same time buds and advances roots. So these advances roots are help in vegetative propagation. This is a rhizome, first one. And second one, comb of colocasia. Comb, the best examples are here colocasia. So dear students, so this is a comb of colocasia. So it is an underground stem modification and it is unbranched. It is unbranched, only developed daughter combs. Only developed daughter combs. And also present in nodes and internodes. So these nodes partially to be developed contractile roots. Contractile roots, to be developed contractile roots. So these are the character features of comb of colocasia. Once again, the comb best examples for here colocasia. So this is an underground stem and growth is always vertically for the soil. Growth is always vertically for the soil. It is unbranched, but these two are here daughter combs and this is containing nodes and internodes. and these nodes to be partially present of contractile roots. Contractile roots. So these two are undergone stem modifications, but here this is always grows in horizontally and this is also grows in vertically. So third undergone stem modification, that is stem tuber of potato. So the stem tuber, the best examples are here potato, that is Solanum tuberosum. Solanum tuberosum. So dear students, it is an underground stem and also grows horizontally for the soil. How to develop the potato? So the swollen tip of an underground branch is called stem tuber. The swollen tip of an underground branch is called stem tuber. So it contains nodes and internodes, but internodes and nodes are not clearly shown. So these nodes are represented by the eyes. These nodes are represented by the eyes. By means it bears many eyes. So these eyes are represented to the nodes. So dear students, this is a stem tuber of potato. So these are eyes and this is a scale of scale leaves and these are germinating buds. These are germinating buds. Another important thing are here, this stem tuber are not having to adventitious roots. All underground stems containing adventitious roots, but this is not containing adventitious roots. Colocasia is also adventitious roots is similar of contractile roots. So bulb is also containing adventitious roots, but stem tuber of potato is also not having to adventitious roots, only having to many eyes. So these eyes is always helping in vegetative propagation. Buds and eyes is also helping in vegetative propagation. So this stem tuber is also stored of food materials. The fourth underground stem modification, that is bulb of onion. So dear students, this is a bulb of onion. So the best examples are here onion, that is Allium cepa, and another one here garlic, that is Allium sativum. So dear students, so the stem is not well developed. So previously the small stem, the smaller of the stem is also reduced. Stem is previously reduced to be appeared discoid like structure, that is discoid stem. So the smaller stem is reduced. The smaller stem is reduced, then after to be modified discoid stem. So totally stem is reduced. Okay now. So stem is totally reduced. Only leaf bases to be stored of food materials. Leaf bases is always stored of food materials. So in this discoid stem to be produced adventitious roots and also let's say leaf bases at the same time axillary buds and apical buds. Why? Because totally the stem is reduced. The stem is reduced to be appeared one smaller size of the discoid stem. To be appeared one smaller size of the discoid stem. In this discoid stem is always to be produced below the adventitious roots and above the leaf bases. These leaf bases are to be appeared is always fleshy. Why? Because it is always stored of food materials. At the same time containing some of the buds, that is axillary buds and also apical buds. So this is a bulb of onion. So this is a discoid stem. Stem is totally reduced only to be appeared a small discrete stem. So this small discrete stem to be produced advantageous roots and axillary buds, apical buds and placid scale leaf at the same time to be containing base of scale. Base of scale. So these are four types of underground stem modifications or multi-purpose stem modifications. Okay, now thank you.